Fandoms Anonymous.
I want to slide on over to DC and the release of their Justice League trailer. Now, they were leading up to this. We got five different small mini videos highlighting each character. Let's talk about that first before we get into the actual full trailer. What did you guys think about those mini videos that they were doing, showing each character in their own light?
I didn't see it, guys. I didn't even know about it till just now.
Awesome.
Kevin, did you get a chance to check those out?
Yeah, I did. Basically, Jeremy, what it is something I really don't like, and it's not a DC thing when I'm talking about I don't like. You notice how there's a trailer for the trailer now?
Mm-hmm.
And with these movies coming out, Marvel's doing it. Everybody's doing it like, hey, guys, hang on till Saturday. This is the trailer for the trailer, and they give you like 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah.
That was kind of what this was. However, I do think this was warranted and it was needed because of all the bad press they've got in the past and things that have happened. So basically what this was a little, not just 10 to 15 second, if that introduction of each character, kind of something like that.
Yeah, it was like 10 to 15 seconds.
Characterize it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to characterize it. So imagine, instead of me trying to tell you, Jeremy, who Cyborg is, you just kind of see him in action for 15 seconds, if that's
yeah,
wrong.
Sure.
And say, okay. And then so then basically introduces you to everybody in the trailer. So when you see the trailer, you're like, okay, I recognize this guy. They actually, I think they needed it. So this is one of those times where I'm forgiving them for doing it because of all the negative press they had. I don't like trailers for trailers. Just release the trailer. I'll just tell me, hey, new trailer coming out. You don't have to show me the footage from it. Like I think that's complete crap. But that's just the old man in me, I guess. The old stickler. So that's kind of how I felt about it. I thought they were really cool looking. I thought they were very well done. So again, I'm not knocking them, but I see why they did what they did.
Well, Kevin, while you're on that, what was your take on the actual full trailer?
I thought it was a great trailer. One thing that they did with this movie that I wasn't sure about was the scope and scale of the story and where we're going. Okay? So we see Batman essentially doing what we knew he was going to do, which is assembling the Justice League, okay? So you see him pretty much interacting with everybody that he's trying to pull together, so to speak. And there's a scene in there, which I kind of want to talk about more so than Batman putting everybody together. We've already seen that. We knew what he was going to do. He said it in BVS and the other trailers and footage we've seen. It's him talking to these people, talking to the Flash, talking to Aquaman and stuff like that. The one thing I'm kind of excited about is there looks like there's a battle at Themyscira from all the Amazonians, if you will, of the people from Themyscira, Wonder Woman's people, and some parademons.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, it looks pretty. It's a pretty big battle, pretty big in scope. I think that's a flashback myself. Just knowing what I know about the movie and the mother boxes and everything, and I think that's kind of where they're going to come from with this whole thing. I think it's a great looking movie, but I got to say this: I'll be remiss if I didn't say this. DC puts out great trailers. Every film they put out has had a hell of a marketing campaign. I will tell you this. The only misstep I think they have ever taken was the last 3 seconds of the last BVS trailer when they showed Doomsday.
Yep.
That is from all the Suicide Squad trailers, from the Wonder Woman trailers we've seen so far, even though we haven't seen the movie, to the BVS trailers. If you guys go back, the first image from BVS was Batman looking up at Superman in the air in the rain. And people went nuts at that Comic-Con that year. And I thought it was great looking footage. And it was just them looking at each other. Nothing happened. It was phenomenal. It sent chills up your spine. So they know how to market a movie. Look at Suicide Squad. That movie's not that great. Look how much money it did. They know how to put butts in seats. Our question we always ask, the three of us have always said is we're going to go see it, but will we enjoy it while we're there?
Yeah.
That would be my question. But I think it's another great trailer. And I think the movie, if it lives up to the trailer, it'll be good.
All right,
Jim, what's your
everybody.
take on the trailer?
Get ready to smash those dislike buttons, baby. No.
Here we go.
For real, though, You're right, man. It's a great trailer. It's a fantastic trailer. Really enjoyed the trailer. I like the action shots that we saw in it. I think Zack Snyder is a great visual director. I like the use of the Beatles song in it, Come Together. It's all good. I like the I don't know. It was cool. I like the way the Batmobile looks in action, and there's some pretty cool lines in it, but I still haven't seen a good thing since the last time that, like, my apprehension hasn't gone anywhere yet because I haven't seen the next movie. And what boggles my mind is that I'm watching these shows like Collider, any number of shows where they're talking about how, I mean, they're just giving these studios blind loyalty over and over and over again. And maybe you guys can fill me in, but apparently there was some behind-the-scenes shifting that just happened like a week ago or a couple of weeks ago, and that was supposed to, like, course correct or steer the ship in the right direction or some shit, but I haven't seen anything to indicate to me that what's going on now was any better than what was going on before. And I think the Wonder Woman trailers look great. I really want all of these movies to be great, but I just don't know how adding to the thing that I haven't really liked so much so far is going to make me like it more. So I don't know. As far as just the trailer goes, I'm in. I dig it. As far as the implications of what it means, as far as I just don't think it's going to be any good. I hope it is, but I don't see it being any good.
I'm kind of in that realm where I'm gonna ask this question. I think what I'm about to say, I think if it does not happen, it will boil everybody's blood. But I think Kevin's blood will be like at the highest temperature that you can get it to, with what I'm about to say.
Oh, shit.
Are we knowing that this movie is the Justice League? Well, not are we knowing. We do know that this is a Justice League movie. What if we get through this whole movie and we don't hear the word or phrase Justice League at all whatsoever? I just got a feeling that we're not going to hear the phrase Justice League not once in this movie. I got a strong feeling that we're not going to hear, guys, we're the Justice League. Like it was made, and not saying they got to say it like that, but if we look at Marvel, putting the Avengers together was called the Avengers Initiative. So for right now, for where we are, there hasn't been anything leading up stating that this is what they're going to be called. We know that this is the name of the movie. We know that the group of people that are in the movie are the Justice League outside of the movie. We know that. But I just have a strong feeling that we're not going to hear that phrase not once in this movie. Kevin, I want to hear what you got to say.
All right, let me comment on that because, they're not going to say it in the movie, and I'm going to tell you why. The only person who has the potential to say this in a movie with two people. Lois Lane will write it in the headline and you'll read it in the newspaper, or The Flash will say it.
There you go. It sounds like some corny he would say, guys,
everybody in this movie is too cool to go by that name.
Yep.
Nobody's going to, they're going to refer to Aquaman as Aquaman or whatever. He's going to probably slap somebody. Nobody, like, let me say this, I don't think you're going to necessarily hear that in this flick. But I want to go back to something Jeremy said. Now, he made me laugh with this topic. I keep laughing because you're funny. Go back to something that Jeremy talked about or whatever with the blind faith in the studios. Now, there was this rumor going around that Marvel was paying off critics for reviews and this and that, which I don't believe because not everybody loves the Marvel film. They're generally reviewed favorably, but they don't have 100% or whatever. What I will say is all the goodwill that's coming for this movie, I'm going to say this, DC kind of paid for it.
Yeah.
Because they flew a crap ton of movie critics and opinion makers, if you will, over to London. And they were there with that scene where Commissioner Gordon was talking to Batman. they were on the set the day they filmed that, which is Commissioner Gordon's first time coming out there. If you go back and watch the videos from about 8 months ago, they were there when that got filmed. They flew them to London, grinded down them, took them to the set, and they got a chance to ask a lot of questions, saw some footage, and they watched that scene being filmed, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the goodwill that's built up for this thing, I'm not saying that, you know, they got paid for it. I'm just saying that if somebody flew you somewhere, put you on a movie set, and it looked pretty cool, you probably would gush about it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of value to that whole point, man. That's something that I've explicitly said, whether it comes to Marvel or DC and especially Star Wars, that they're not going to give you an envelope full of cash and be like, give us a good review. But what they will do is, like you said, fly you to the other side of the world, wine you and dine you, put you up in a nice hotel room, let you come behind the scenes and meet the cast of the movie, and all of that stuff is going to get you more excited as a fan. And then you, as what you referred to them as, Kevin, is exactly right, opinion makers, people who come there and once they gush, it kind of trickles down into the zeitgeist and all of the people in the same space. It's infectious. You know, everybody catches a little bit of that excitement, and it perpetuates itself. And that's the thing about, it's not a Rotten Tomatoes thing. I think it's kind of the slippery slope of criticism, is that seldom do people want to be the one voice of dissent. Seldom does somebody want to come out and be like, everybody else is wrong. You know what I mean? Whatever they're saying is not right. And with that being said, obviously there are people who are contrarian to get a reaction that way. There are people that will only ever disagree with what everybody else says. But for the most part, people kind of fall in line, and I think that that's what happens. As opposed to actual bribery going on, it's more of a market researched, subliminal kind of, you know what I mean? It's like they're infiltrating our opinions and our ideas without us being completely aware of it, because there's not that cash in hand transaction going on. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. And as far as the Justice League name, there's no way they're going to put it in the movie. Because how many times have you heard, what are we supposed to be, some kind of Suicide Squad?
Right. Oh, we the Patsons. What Uncle Phil at? No, you're right.
Not going to happen.
You're right. And to go back to the critic thing real quick, I want to say this. I watched probably 5 or 6 videos of people that were flown over. Maybe not necessarily the person that was flown over, but the channel they were on. Most of those people had over 1 million to 1.5 million followers. So if I've seen 5 videos that go out to 5 million subscribers, that's a small price to pay for the studio to bring people out to just harvest some goodwill for their movie.
Yes.
Now, most of the guys that I saw on the video said, hey, listen, guys, this is exactly what I saw. This is what they told me. And from this little bit I saw, I think this will be okay. Only time will tell. I like what I saw, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So that in itself brought so much goodwill for Justice League that it was almost like BVS didn't happen. And
right, that's true.
Because if you look, you know, you're only as good as your last video, your last review. So if I review BVS and I say this is crap or it's a C- or they didn't get this right and that right, okay, that video gets watched and a week later it's over. But then my next video is, hey, DC flew me to England and I saw this, and this looks pretty cool. You've kind of evened the playing field. You haven't erased the movie from the zeitgeist, but now you've got that viewer thinking, okay, well, they're in the right path. Maybe that's just their first one. Because if you go back, everybody loves the first Iron Man. Look at Iron Man 2. Look at the first Captain America, and look at Thor 1 and Thor 2.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not saying they're bad films, but if the MCU had to survive off of Iron Man 2 or Thor or Thor 2, and it was their make or break movie, we may not be here at all. So
yeah,
and I want to touch on that. And anybody, if you're listening, any type of studio executive or anybody, if you ever want to fly us all three out somewhere, we'll gladly come.
Yes.
Just pick me up at the Montgomery Airport. I'll fly wherever you want me to fly.
Hey, let me put my
we'll
disclaimer out there, though. You fly me out there in the trash, I'm telling the whole world. Don't fly me out there.
I'm telling everybody.
I'm telling you right now. I'm speaking for myself. You want to fly the other two guys? Maybe I don't know. But you fly me out there, steak, dinner, I don't care what it is. If you show me some trash, I'm telling the world.
I'm gonna eat good. I'm gonna sleep nice. I'm gonna shop good. But show us a mess, and we're gonna report mess. We don't report live. We don't report live. So,
and I will straight up lie.
Jeremy, get on that. I love every bit of what I saw. It was excellent. Thumbs up, cheesy.
Around, guys.
Jeremy's gonna have that thumbs up with the big Kool-Aid grin, the gold watch around his arm, pinky ring. I love every last bit of what I saw.